Good evening. My name's Taffy Adcock, and today I'd like to talk about the importance of and why they should implement life skills courses in high school, a required course for life skills. Oh, hold on. Okay. It's important to teach students life skills such as sex and drug education, money management, and taking loans or making big purchases such as buying a home or a car. Um, there should be a required course completely dedicated to these things in high school. And 86% of students ages 16 to 18 are actually interested in these courses and would like to participate in something of this nature. First of all, I'd like to talk about sex and drug education. There is a lot of pros and cons to this one. The pros, they can teach students to be more aware of these things and how to avoid the issues. It can teach them valuable information rather than misleading information they may find on the internet, such as um, porn sites, inappropriate content like that. And say they were to get on a chat room website, there's a lot of sex offenders on there, and a student that doesn't know much about those types of things may fall for it. And also, it can prevent teen pregnancy and sexually transmitted diseases if the students are well aware of what these things are. A lot of parents can be keep their children closed in and not let them know about these things. So then, when a student's older and gets in these types of situations, they don't know better. The cons of having this type of information in the course, it can be embarrassing for students to talk about. It could also have issues with religious reasons, such as a lot of students may be taught you should not have sex before marriage. And in this day and time, it's common, very common for people to have sex before marriage. So this could cause some confusion for certain students. And it could also make the students more curious. Even though you're teaching that these things are bad, they maybe not be mature enough mentally and actually become more curious in knowing about these things or trying these things instead of actually taking the advice to not do these things. So that one has a lot of pros and cons to it. Taxes and money management. This can help students have a better financial future and make them less likely to go in debt in the future, and can also prevent young people from getting ripped off, such as um, having tax fraud. Say they take their taxes to not a place that doesn't have a good reputation. Well, if they know about taxes and how it works and everything, then they're less likely to get ripped off by something like that. And also, money management. If a young person knows while they're young how to save money, how to manage their money, how much they should put towards each bill or in savings, and make their check last through the week, they're going to be more likely to be able to do that and have a better financial future. And also, loans of debt also goes hand in hand in that. Teaching students about this can, about interest rates and things of that nature, can help them get better deals in the future and make a smarter financial decision. This can include credit cards, loans, buying a house, car, any large financial purchase, or even just a simple $500 credit card. It's still important to know good interest rates, any kind of fees, to know to look for those sorts of things. And it can also reduce future numbers of bankruptcy by preparing the younger generation, because if this is being taught in school by students, then they're less likely to have to file bankruptcy later on because they knew ahead of time what they were getting themselves into. And a lot of people's parents don't have the proper financial knowledge as well to teach their children how to do these sorts of things. So, . In conclusion, oh, in conclusion, schools should make a money management slash life skills course required for high school students, and it could possibly impact the nation's overall future debt, even if sex and drug education was also involved in this course, which that one does have a lot of pros and cons. But if it was, that would be less teen pregnancies, which would involve less government funds supporting these teens, and also less drug addiction, which is also another reason many people do end up going into debt. And one issue was qualified teachers. When I was reading, it said qualified teachers was an issue, but I don't really see this as an issue because I know when I was in high school, we had a financial management course, as well as most of the schools I know around here, but it was optional. So these teachers do have the proper knowledge to teach these types of things, and they should make that a required course instead of an elective, such as PE is a required course in high school. This should be a required course. I feel like this is much more important than a PE class or art class because you're really going to use this in your future, and it can help a lot of students that don't have the outside resources to be able to learn about these types of things. So that's all I have for today. Thank you.